Getting your life together is so hard, man. It's so difficult. It's so hard to go from a state where your mental health is so bad, you have so many addictions, you have none of the good habits, and you have no support network, to a state where you feel like happy and nice and you actually like want to exist. You know what I mean? And it's like so hard and it's like such a journey and it takes so much time. I can't lie. Like I really like I consider myself lucky. Okay, so I'll tell you my story now. Basically, I first discovered self improvement what grade seven, I think, but I didn't really give it any mind. I discovered it because my friend showed me a Hamza video, but it was really grade eight where I started to take self improvement more seriously. At the same time, I started badminton, right? And these two things were kind of a little tied together, and um, but the thing is, I was still a huge like gooner in all aspects of the word, right? I would just play video games all the time. I would just scroll all the time, yada yada, all the bad habits. You know, eat junk food, not give a shit about my health, not exercise. Besides badminton, not exercising, not trying to eat healthy. And the thing is, before self improvement, I was quite happy because I didn't know these things were bad for me. I didn't know like eating junk food was like I didn't pay it a second thought. You know what I mean? But once I discovered self improvement, and once self improvement like kind of enlightened me, sort of, and was like, oh, video games are bad, scrolling is bad, you should want to quit scrolling. It made my life worse, honestly, because what happened was I scrutinized myself, right? And I started because before I was just living fruitfully. I was just living without like a care in the world. You know what I mean? I'd go home, I'd play like 3 hours of Valorant. Sure, I'd waste 3 hours on Valorant, but I'd be happy doing it. But now I still wasted 3 hours of Valorant. I can't like I'm not gonna lie. I still went home and I played 3 hours because it's an addiction and it's a habit that I've been building up for years, right? But the difference was then once I started being on self improvement, I couldn't even enjoy it anymore. I had to sit there and I had to be like, "Oh, you're such a dumb bitch for just wasting time. Well, you should be working right now." But and just absolutely destroy my mental health. And every single night, I would tell myself. For some reason, I got a lot of motivation every time I like was showering. I think it's because I would reflect on my day and I would just be like, "Oh, you had such a shit day. Tomorrow's gonna be so much better, right?" That's what happened every single night. I would just be like, "Fuck, Ivan, you're such a dumb bitch, and you got nothing done today, and you're fucking useless." I'd say, you know what I mean? And I would be like, "Okay, tomorrow's finally the day. Tomorrow's finally the day. I lock in. I get focused. I do all the good habits. I stop all the bad habits. Tomorrow, I'm going to resist the urge to scroll, resist the urge to eat junk food, yada yada yada." Tomorrow comes, and because I didn't change anything, and because progress takes so much time, I would make very little progress. I'd make no progress. I'd make no progress, and that would just hurt me more, right? And for years of my life, I was kind of just stuck in this process where almost every single night I would just scrutinize myself, usually in the shower, like 9 times out of 10 in the shower. So I'm in the shower, and I would just go ham on myself. I would be like, bro, you're such a dumb fuck. Like, why the fuck did you play video games all day? Why the fuck did you not go to bed on time? Why the fuck did you scroll? Why the fuck did you eat junk food when you know it's bad for you? Yada, yada, yada. And that really hurt my psyche and my mental health. And when your mental health is bad, it makes everything else worse, right? And to be honest, I think I lucked out, bro, because nothing really changed. Like nothing exploded. Okay, I think I was making progress pretty slowly, pretty steadily. But what happened was in grade 11 during finals, I was kind of forced to lock in because grade 11 matters, right? You need your marks to apply for university, and so I was very locked in for a few weeks. And I don't know, that's I sort of just carried that momentum forward. And once I got that momentum, I was able to like sort of like it was like a foothold, right? Like I'm stuck in this rabbit hole that like grade 11 finals was like a foothold for me to like latch onto, for me to like climb myself out of. Um so I'm really grateful for that. That was really awesome. That's not to say like I was making progress before, right? But if I'm not kidding myself, it was like ridiculously slow. Like we all good now, right? We chilling now. Life's been fucking great. Like I follow my schedule perfectly. I consider myself like a very productive person. Um, but the reason I want to make this video and the reason I just told you my story is because like hopefully I want someone who's like just starting their self improvement, who was like younger me, right? Not even younger me, bro. Me like a year ago, me like 2 years ago, to just like know that the journey is hard. You know, it is difficult. It is extremely difficult to change, especially when you're in the exact same environment, right? It's so fucking hard. But man, it's also so fucking worth it. Like as a person who was in the trenches for like 4 years, and as a person who has like tasted, I don't know, I don't want to make this sound like it's like a war thing or like it's PTSD, but as a person who's experienced like, I guess, freedom, you know what I mean? Like freedom from the bad habits and doing the good habits, there's light at the end of the tunnel, bro. It gets a lot better. You just have to hang in there. Hang in there no matter how long it takes. Just fucking hang in there. Don't forget about self-improvement. Don't like let yourself go. And until things get better, right? Now, obviously, there's that's not to say it's like impossible to change without like external factors. There's a lot of things you can do. A lot of the things I'm doing right now, and a lot of things I did in the past would help. Actually, to be honest, a moderate amount. And that that also forms the basis of this YouTube channel. So like, if you are looking for like advice that personally helped me, that I literally did myself, go check out some of my other videos. If you have any questions, okay, if you have any questions about like anything regarding self-improvement or like how to do certain things, I'm not going to pretend like I'm a super big expert, but I would consider myself like pretty good at self-improvement, pretty good at beating procrastinating and everything. So leave them, feel free, right? Leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to read them, happy to help, happy to respond. To be honest, I'll probably make a whole ass video for you because I'm not really doing anything else. But yeah, that's basically the end of the video. If you enjoyed, thanks. Hopefully this helped at least one person. I need to go eat hot pot now. Ciao.